This is a great value phone. That's all I can honestly say. What up everyone, it's Tech Guy here with another video, and today we're going to look at the phone we've all waited for, the OnePlus 5T, a new view. So the OnePlus 5T has most of the similar internal specs as the OnePlus 5, which was released earlier this year in the summer, but has some extra features and still staying true to that price, starting at $499 US. So let's see what you get for this flagship phone of $499. So first off is the dual cameras. You have 16 plus 20 megapixel cameras. Now the difference between these cameras and the OnePlus 5 cameras is that both of the cameras are basically the same, because on the OnePlus 5 you had a main camera and a telephoto camera, but this time you don't have a telephoto cameras. Both cameras are essentially the same main type cameras, but the difference is that you have a 60 megapixel camera with one f1.7 aperture and a 20 megapixel camera with the same f1.7 aperture, and OnePlus explains that this makes it better for low light photos. And also you have OIS and EIS optimized 4K video recording, so you can record 4K videos in OIS and EIS very smooth. So that in itself is very good, which was something many users said they wanted to see on the OnePlus 5, so you have it on the 5T. So basically with the dual cameras, it's merged 4 pixels into one when ambient light is lower than 10 lux. So it reduces noise in low light environments and enhances clarities. So both cameras come into play when this happens. So that's the best explanation that there is for the camera out there, and it has fast autofocus as well, of course. The design, you have a beautiful 18:9 2017 looking aspect ratio with aluminum anodized metal body, of course, and the display is AMOLED, so the display is going to be looking great. But although you have the aspect ratio and all that, the display is full HD and not quad HD, and to be honest, full HD is still pretty great, so it's nothing wrong with having full HD on the phone, am I right? 1080p still looks great, and besides, you still, with that 1080p, you have more battery life other than some hungry 2K or quad HD plus resolution, battery hungry resolution. And it has Oxygen OS, which is based upon Android 7.1.1, and it has new features, which including the a new duplicating feature, which is called parallel apps. So if you have 2 accounts on an app, for say like WhatsApp or 2 Instagram accounts, you can easily separate those accounts by creating a duplicate of that app. So you have one app link to go into your main account, and you have another icon for a secondary account. So this feature is very great, and everything else is mainly familiar to the experience and all of that in itself. A new feature also worth mentioning is that this has facial recognition. It has face unlock, and when I say from watching other demos, the face unlock is so fast that as soon as you're looking at it, it instantly takes you to your home screen. Unlike some $1,000 iPhone, the iPhone 10, yes, Apple take notes, which you have to look at it and then wait to swipe open, which makes no sense. So as soon as you look at it, it instantly opens. Faster than the iPhone 10, to be honest. Those are my opinions. So it's just fast. I'm amazed at the face unlock. and it's great to know you get such a good feature for a phone that costs less than $1,000. And even though you have face unlock, unlike some $1,000 smartphones, iPhone 10, you have fingerprint sensor which is located on the back, so I had to drop the bomber on you there. But for performance, you have Snapdragon 835, which is optimized with hardware and software, so gaming, taking photos, and the general user experience is going to be fluid. And it still includes dash charge, so you can get a day's power in half an hour, as they say. So dash charge is one of my favorite OnePlus features, and here it compares screen on time to the Note 8. So dash charge, if you want to charge your phone very quick, get over 50% in just half an hour, then this is the phone for you. This is truly the phone for you. And also, the phone has dual SIM card support, and it comes unlocked, of course. It comes unlocked. So both SIMs you can have on your phone, any SIMs you want. So if that person who's always traveling, blah blah blah, it's good to know that you have that. And as we head on over to those good old full specs, I'll just run through the specs quick with you guys. So you have the full optic AMOLED display, Snapdragon 835, 16 plus 20 megapixels dual camera, and up to 8 gigs of RAM. So you can get it with 6 gigs of RAM or 8 gigs of RAM, or 64 or 128 gigs of storage. And also, if you want to get 128 gigs storage, that will cost you $559, whereas the 64 gig will have the starting price of $449, of course, as I said earlier. So dimensions include 7.3mm thickness, 75 millimeters width, and 151.6 millimeters in height. It will weigh 160 grams. It has ionized aluminum, Oxygen OS based Android 7.1.1 Nougat, a 10 nanometer octa-core processor with up to 2.45 GHz, Adreno 540 GPU, 6 or 8 gigs of R4X RAM, 6428 gigs UFS 2.1 storage. Sensors include the fingerprint sensor, Hall sensor, G sensor, electric compass, RGB, etc. For ports, you have USB 2.0, Type-C. It supports the headphone jack. Yes, you have a headphone jack included. Thank you OnePlus for keeping that. And you also have USB audio dual nano SIM slot, of course. Battery will be 3300 mAh, which is non-removable, of course. And it will have on-screen navigational buttons thanks to the aspect ratio. And so that is it with the OnePlus 5T. A new view. To more you guys think about this phone in the comments. Like this video, share it. See you guys in the next one.